Hello and welcome to this video. This video is brought to you by Intercity BR, home of the Red Dragon Railway. Today we're taking a look at the CMX track cleaner, this funny looking thing right in front of you. Doesn't look normal for a wagon, does it? Let's turn it round and you can see. Look at that. This is the best track cleaning product you can ever buy, and let me show you why. Made completely from brass, this is a super heavy, awesome track cleaner. It is American, so I had to throw the word awesome in there. What this does is you take the cap off, you can fill it full of any liquid that you like, any cleaning fluid anyway. Fill it up, turn this, it drips down underneath, and underneath here you've got the two clips and you've got a cleaning pad. This one's used because you can reuse the track cleaning pads. Should have used a new one for the sake of the video, but oh well. So what we do, you put your pad on, clip it in place. I hope you can see this. Yep. So that pad is clipped on and it's going nowhere. So if we put it on the track now, like so, as you can see, the pad is rubbing along the top of the rails. It's spring loaded as well, so as you lift it up you can see the springs, see? So it's always pressed down on the rails, even if you're going over points or going up or downhill, depends if you've got an incline on your layout. So how this works is you fill it full of fluid, it drips down onto the pad, you get a locomotive, whichever locomotive you like, pull it along, and then you can clean your track. It's really good for cleaning track. Like I say, I've used it for 8 years. I've never had a problem with it. It's never failed me. I've never had to buy a new one. They are expensive. They do go for over £100 now. This one did cost me £100 all them years ago. So it's an investment, but if you can justify it, it really does work. Advantages of it as well is you can run your locomotives behind the CMX while it's being cleaned, and it will clean their wheels as well. When it gets empty, just fill it back up. You can run it. You can run it all day long if you want, so long as you've got a loco capable of pulling it. It is heavy. You do need a good locomotive to pull it, but I'll talk to you about that later on. So let's show you how it all works. Okay, so we've got the CMX track cleaner on the track now. So how we fill it up is really simple. Undo the cap, it just screws off, and it's got a giant rubber seal to stop it leaking. Then I just put a funnel, just literally this one fits in. Don't know whether I can show you that. I'll try and hold the camera and you can watch me pour it in. So what I use is this. It's called Isopropyl. Really cheap to buy. You can buy it on eBay, you can buy it anywhere online, you can buy it on Amazon. I bought a 5 litre bottle of this delivered, and I think it cost me about £12. Bargain. Probably even less than that, I can't remember now. So literally all you do, this is going to be hard to film, literally pour it in, and that's it. How do you know it's full? Well, it's just one of them. You'll see it overflow out the side and it will run down the side. That's when you know it's full. Just get rid of that, and then you pop the lid on. Isopropyl does have a really strong smell to it, so I recommend that you leave your door open, windows open. If you're in the garage, leave your garage door open. It does smell quite strong. If you smell it for too long, it could give you an headache, but it's one of them. So that's it. We've got our pad on at the bottom, so all we need to do now is couple up a locomotive, turn this, and then it'll start. I don't know whether you can see underneath. If you look through there, if I turn it, you'll see it start dripping. Hopefully, see it? Oh yeah, I think you can just about see that, and I'll just shut that. So all it does, it drips on the pad, and then your loco tows it round and you get nice clean track. I'd just like to mention that the CMX does come pre-fitted with a KD coupling. You can change them to a tension lock, but I highly recommend that you just buy some KD couplers, find a locomotive that's got a NEM pocket and just pop one in the locomotive, because they just couple and it just works so much better. So I'm going to bring in my locomotive now, which is a class 56. You can see the KD's been fitted on the front, so that's coupled up. If I pull it away, okay, no it hasn't. Shall we try again? There you go, I think that's got it. So this is my Hornby class 56. This is the later version. So it's a very strong locomotive. You need a good loco to pull this, or a pair of locos. Batman pair of class 20s. One might be able to pull it, but if you've got any gradients, you need two, because there's not enough weight in a class 20. The class 56, plenty of weight, plenty of pulling power, that'll pull it all day long. I also use my class 60, that can haul it all day long. Both the 56 and 60 can pull it on their own as well. So, and it's still not coupled, so right, there we go. So we'll get it going. Okay, so I've got it running round, so we'll just wait for it to pass the camera. While we're waiting, I think it's coming now, I highly recommend as well you run your locomotive quite slow. I've got DCC, so there's plenty of power, so I run this 56 on speed setting 10 of 28, so it's not even running on half power. If you run it, you can run it quicker. If your loco's struggling a little bit, or it's a bit stuttery, you can run it a little bit faster. Don't run it any more than just under half, because if it's going to go around too fast, then it's not going to clean the track. You want it to go nice and slow, so it pulls the cleaner and the pad over the track. So it pulls it nice and slow, so it gives it plenty of time to clean the rail. I always leave it running now. I don't do it on a timer as such. I just leave it to its heart's content, and it will just keep going round and round. Might sit there, do this line for 4 or 5 minutes maybe, and then I'll flick the points and then I'll send it on the outside line. A way to tell if it's actually cleaned, very simple. Get your finger, can't even see my finger, there it is. So scrape that along. As the pad's just gone over, you'll feel that the track is wet. If the track's wet, that means the CMX is doing its job and it's cleaning the rails. So as you can see, it's not going to focus. So that's not too dirty. It's not going to focus at all, is it? Oh, you can see the dirt strip. So my track is quite grubby. I haven't cleaned it for a while. So I'll leave the 56 and the CMX to go around and work their magic. And if you're wondering how you can change track with it, well, it is literally as simple as this. Flick the points and let your loco take care of the rest. An advantage with the CMX, as you can see here, is you can actually run whatever train you want, pull in whatever you want. So I've got my class 31 and it's stock, the coaches, and it's just very slowly just following around the CMX. So what's actually happening here is the class 31 is getting his wheels cleaned by picking up the isopropyl that's being left on the rails, and then as the whole train goes over, so the coaches, even they're getting their wheels cleaned. So it's a win-win. So I don't actually have to clean my my wheels on me locos, well, not very often anyway. So all I do is just run my class 56 with the CMX, and then I always run a couple of engines behind it, so my track's being cleaned, and then the locos are getting their wheels cleaned at the same time. Want to clean your points? No problem, get the CMX on the job. Sorted. Okay, so I've had the CMX running now on the 2 outer lines for about 15 minutes now, and you want to know if the CMX has worked? Well, let me show you this. Don't know how well the camera picks that up. There you go with the light. If you look on both edges, so top and bottom, you can see the streaking, how dark and black it is and how mucky it is. So I'd say that's a successful clean. So you can wash that, reuse it. You can reuse it as many times as you want. Throw it in the washing machine. I do. Wash it in a bowl of soap. I've done that before as well. Just wash it and then you can reuse it again, or when it gets absolutely knackered, throw it away and buy some more. They're not dear. You can buy a roll. Oh, there you go. There it is from the back. Look how dirty that is. So the green is facing down. So yeah, you can see how much that's picked up. And just a side note before anyone asks, how's that sitting? That's exposed metal on metal, so that should short. I've turned the power to the track off. Don't put your CMX on the track unless you've got your pad on, or else the metal will just short circuit. Okay, so I hope this video's been helpful. I'm not endorsed or anything by CMX, but if they want to send me some money for this video, then you're more than welcome to. I've been using this now ever since I've started in model railways. I've had this for 8 years and it's never let me down. I've always used it on my old layout. You can get it in N gauge, you can get it in O gauge as well. You don't have to get CMX, there are other makes available now, but for a track cleaner it is expensive, but by God it's worth it. Thanks for watching, take care.